And now, on Heart to Heart, introducing the man of many motherfucking hats, Connor Palm Tree Hard Rock, aka Meth Head Number One, aka Bum Batman, Ishimatu Sake. How are you doing, Connor Palm Tree Hard Rock?
I'm doing very well today, sir. Thank you for having me on the show.
Oh, of course. I love you, buddy. So, obviously, you're a man of many hats.
Yes, that'd be very true.
Let's talk about the first hat that I introduced you as. What are your credentials for being called Meth Head Number One?
I was recently on meth for a couple of years, and I ended up on the streets for a while. Earned the title of Bum Batman.
You were in the title of Bum Batman.
Yes. It's more of a... Think of me as like the unofficial and less legit Bear Grylls of the urban street.
What the fuck? How on earth were you the Bear Grylls of the urban streets?
I didn't have anything, but I could have stuff if I wanted to. I could essentially pick any lock that's a 7-pin tumbler or less.
What's a 7-pin tumbler?
7-pin tumbler is a normal household lock, like so. All you need is just a torque wrench and literally like a little bobby pin, and you can get into any house technically. There's no sense of security for really anything.
Really? Did you ever get paid being the Bear Grylls of the urban streets?
In my younger days, my buddies would pay me when I was living a little recklessly. I'd break into houses for money.
For remind people of Hart, how old are you?
28.
And so you're 28 years old, and in your younger days, you mean in high school or when you were 21?
It was... High school was when I started my little klepto spree. I would go to parties in high school, and I'd steal everyone's laptops, iPhones, cameras, anything of worth, stereo system, TV, anything really. It didn't really matter to me. Anything electronic had a dollar amount, and that was always sellable to some sort of illegal buyer, laptops included.
So would you say that you saw things in terms of money, not really in terms of other people's property?
Everything's a money sign.
Everything's a money sign. So you were basically a debt collector.
Yeah, pretty much.
You ever rob people's houses?
Off the book, yes. I mean, it's not really off the book, but yes, I did.
On the books?
I did. On the books, I did.
If I needed to, sorry to interrupt you, but if I needed to get a money back from a so-called ex-girlfriend, would you be able to do that for me?
No.
Wink, wink.
Wink, wink. Yes.
Let's talk about how the fuck we met, Bum Batman.
Oh, we met sober living. It was quite romantic.
Like physically romantic, emotionally romantic?
just heart-to-heart romantic.
Heart-to-heart romanticism.
Yes,
kind of like the Renaissance?
Less depressing.
Less depressing than the Renaissance.
And less sex.
And less killing.
Yeah.
Would you say we have a spiritual connection?
Absolutely.
And how have we developed this spiritual connection?
Just bonding over talking, story sharing, and just good old-fashioned good laughs, joking around. It's pretty something special.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
China.
China who?
Trying to talk to you.
It's a good one. I don't like China.
I don't like China either. But we'll stay away from that.
Yeah.
So, Connor Palm Tree Hard Rock, you're Bum Batman. Do you have any specific stories that really drop the mock of a potish, the final hammer blow, as to how we met and how our ways crossed paths?
Yeah, so how on my last rendezvous that really, the whole climax of my title is Bum Batman. The whole climax of the story is that I'd met this girl out on the street event one night after work, and she claimed to me that she needed help. So I was very moved by her story of being captive.
What was she telling you?
She was saying that people were doing things to her. She didn't like it. She wasn't having fun anymore.
Was she a prostitute?
No, she was just some lonely street lady that I was smoking meth with. Wink, wink. Method number one.
Method number one. There is a method number two. We'll get him on the podcast later.
He's number two.
He's number two. This is my method number one.
Number one. But so we were hanging out one night, and it was really weird that we started, hanging out. Of course, we were smoking meth, and she was just telling me, just bleeding out all this emotion, and me being a sucker for a sob story, I just took it to heart, and I literally was going renegade on my whole town, and I was just holding them for.
Let me stop you there. When you say you were going renegade on your whole town, first of all, where is your whole town?
Venice Beach, Marina Del Rey.
So in Venice Beach, Marina Del Rey, you were going renegade. What exactly does it mean to go renegade?
Well, I was having bipolar and manic episodes of grand illusion, but in my
honk honk.
In my mind, I was rescuing a damsel in distress, aka Bomb Batman. I was going through all the homeless camps and
what for those people who don't know, what exactly is a homeless camp?
It is where you see those clusters of tents with the very unsavory and unclean people in the town.
So kind of like Skid Row in downtown LA.
Yeah, pretty much. But okay. Venice Beach, they know what that means. There's plenty of them out there. Okay. It's pretty hard to miss.
Okay. Could you describe them?
It's just literally a whole block lined with tents of just homeless people that aren't. They're working the system, fair for them.
Yeah, taking the free shit.
Taking the free shit,
What's wrong with free shit?
Nothing's. I mean, trust me, I'm as Bum Batman. I have nothing wrong with the free shit. I'm all for the free shit, but that is just a light humor at the fact that I was literally throwing Molotov cocktails at pedestrians. I was running around with blocks with nails, 3-inch nails spiked through to stop cars. I was literally
Molotov cocktails. You mean gasoline?
Gasoline in a Perrier bottle and a towel.
In a Dom Perignon bottle.
Perrier.
Perrier. Bottle.
Perrier. I was doing it in every kind of glass container. What's it called? Hombres lemonade bottles. I was doing everything.
Would you just throw them under cars?
I would throw them at people, cars. I was doing my favorite little thing I was doing was I bought some fireworks out in the valley, actually.
West Hollywood?
In West Hollywood. No.
North Hollywood.
It was Valley. Total Valley. Total Valley. Like Orange County Valley out there.
Deep State Valley.
Deep State Valley. I don't even wear it. I went out there and I bought a bunch of fireworks, and then my favorite things were these sumo snaps. And they're like little firecrackers you get in Santee Alley, the red little wrapped ones, cylinders. And I was with a wrist rocket, I'd snap them at people, like 15 at a time, just like a little
like Woog one rude boy,
ragamuffin.
Yeah,
like I was not very fun to be around, but that's what wound me in the loony bin. And I never found the girl, but I believe I've seen her, and she was looking very much in a better place. So that's Batman wins.
Well, Batman always wins.
Hopefully.
So you were throwing Molotov cocktails at cars.
I was doing a lot, and my favorite thing, I was strapping. The sumo snaps were great, but I got these mortars, those big mortars that poof,
like what's the rocket? What are they called?
roaming.
No,
like 4th of July fireworks.
Oh Jesus!
Like a ball about yay big, cherry bomb size. You put it in the fucking cylinder on the ground and it blasts it up like 80 feet in the air and blows it up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'd strap 2 of those. I'd line them and I'd snap them at people under their Winnebagos.
What's a Winnebago?
Winnebago's a house on wheels.
Oh, okay.
Like RV.
Like an RV type shit?
Yeah, that's what I believe all the mission was going on. Turns out I just actually have severe dementia and bipolar. But, hey.
Would you characterize this as you were going through a manic episode?
I believe it was a mixture of me meeting the girl and her telling her that she loved me, and I felt like I was the only one that could help her, and me being a little Captain Save-A-Ho, I guess you could say.
Captain Save-A-Ho.
But I just call him Bum.
I think we're gonna stick with Bum Batman. Captain Save-A-Ho might be a little derogatory.
It's not fair.
Yeah, it's not fair to win. We like to be respectful.
She might have been in trouble, but she could have been locked.
She could have been locked.
It happens more than that.
Did you ever get to the truth?
No, I did not, but I believe I saw her, like I said, and she was looking very, very not so much homeless. And turns out in my whole renegade mode, I went from living with my parents to being homeless.
Homeless. Okay, so before we talk about your trip to the loony bin, let's talk about, did you ever, in the Batman movies, he's friends with the cops.
Yeah.
But I could imagine throwing Molotov cocktails doesn't really lead you to being friends with police officers.
Ironically, they didn't they never would talk to me.
Really?
I got detained twice in the whole thing, and that's because in my early, I wouldn't even call myself Batman, I would just say in my early angst days, before I got creative with the old contraptions and utilities and my little utility belt stuff and getting smart with it and renegade, but I was just very aggressive. I got one run-in with them, and that was my first trip to the loony bin.
How many trips to the loony bin you made?
I've had 3.
Three trips. I've only had 2 trips.
I've had 3, and this is my first program that I'm in now.
Okay. So when you had your run-in with the cops, did they take you to jail? Because before you answer that question, if I was a police officer and I saw a motherfucker throwing Molotov cocktails at cars, I'd take him straight to jail.
Yeah. They weren't the ones I was doing it to, and they would never know. They would never have any proof it was me. I'm very good with evading the law and evading being caught as the culprit because I do it in a way that I won't be seen throwing it.
Okay.
I do it very stealthily, like Batman would.
Okay.
Have you ever played Batman: Arkham Asylum and done Predator mode?
Yes.
That's like me.
So you were Predator. You were Predator bum Batman.
I'm very ninja-like.
B squared.
B squared, bum Batman.
Bum Batman. Do you have a cape?
I don't have a cape, but I had a very sleek Adidas. Oh no, it was a Nike blue windbreaker, and I'd wear a hoodie, and you just never know who it was. And then it was in the midst of the COVID outbreak, so I'd have the Spawn mask, like motorcycle mask. So it was so Batman.
It was so you were literally real life Batman.
I was just vigilante Batman. Yeah.
You happen to tell me a story, and I'd like for you to explain this to my viewers. Something involved with a machete.
Oh, that's what I was going to get to. So in my early days, I had thought I'd suspected one of the Winnebagos up to no good, to another episode, and manic episode, and bipolar. I was emotional fuel, and early in the morning,
your emotional mind, not your wise mind.
Of course, clearly.
For those of you who don't know, you have 2 types of minds in your brain. You have your emotional mind and your wise mind. And when you act out, for example, if you scream or if you take drugs to hide your emotion, typically you're using your emotional mind, but your wise mind, the smart part of your brain, would tell you to take a deep breath, use halt. Are you hungry? Are you angry? Are you lonely? Or you're tired? And to take a step back and assess a situation.
And proceed mindfully.
That's the technique of halt in clinical psychology. But Bum Batman over here, when he was being Bum Batman, before he retired his cape and he took out his machete, he was using his...
doing whatever I could, man.
Using your emotion, acting within your emotional mind.
Of course. It was all emotional and it was emotional / logical, but it was never rational.
Never rational.
But
it was logical to you, though.
It was logical, logical to the heart.
Yeah, and that's all that matters.
That's all I am, compassion.
So explain to this machete story that I keep saying.
So it was early in the morning, and I was stalking the neighborhood with like a shit machete draped around my back.
What kind of machete?
It was one that I bought on Wish.
What's Wish?
Wish is like a very cheap and bootleg website where you can buy all sorts of notorious and nefarious goods. Like I bought these batons that were tasers, like a billy club that you could just telescope.
A
thousand volts of rude boy. Imagine that.
1,000 volts of rude boy.
Maybe even a million.
A million volts? Sure. Like what in the bumbo clot?
Like Kingston's going down.
Kind
of shit.
Don't shoot me, motherfucker.
Yeah, straight up.
Jesus Christ.
So I bought this machete that was about I'd say probably a 1.5 feet long, and it had a gut hook.
You want some?
I'm cool, thank you, sir. But it had a little fish hook on the back. Like you could just hit someone and gut them open like a can opener.
So do it to me. Use this.
Like the fish hook's like this, and the machete blade's on this side. So it's like this, but the blade's on this side.
Okay.
And the hook goes like this, and the hook's sharp on the inside.
Okay.
So it's literally hack, but I use.
So do it on me. Do it on me real quick.
So say like this. It's like this, and you can literally hook and
gut them open. That would rip out my gut, my fat ass belly over here.
It would just let everything spill out, all the good stuff. You know what I mean? Oof. But I was using it for protection because I thought people were gonna run me over and everything. Ergo. How's it going?
We're back. Sorry, we took a little bit of a prolonged smoke break. Got my golf club here so he can really show me his hook machete and how he made it. So let's continue the story, okay? So you made this mysterious hook machete.
No, I'd actually bought it off the internet.
You bought it off the internet, sorry.
Super chill, right?
Super chill, just buy shit off the internet.
For someone with mental disorders to be able to buy it. This is why I love America.
Hashtag this is America. Don't catch you slipping up. This man's got a machete.
So I took the machete and say this is the hook end. I had attacked one of the Winnebagos outside my house because I was up to the led to suspicion that they were in on some
deep state garbage.
Some notorious filth. So I started attacking and hacking at the Winnebago after I'd thrown a Molotov under it.
So let's get the story straight for the boys and gals. You threw a Molotov under
unlit. I just threw probably like a gallon of gasoline and broke it under a Winnebago. And started hacking at the door saying, "I'm gonna fucking kill you, motherfuckers." And then all of a sudden I started yelling at the house like, "They got someone in there. They got someone in there. We got to get them out. Call the cops," right? And they called the cops, and of course it went super bad for me.
How did it go? Tell me when the cops rolled up.
I was hacking at the thing, and they come out to me.
So hack at me like I'm the door.
So I'm like, boom, pow, boom, and I'm bending and breaking the door frame, and I'm just ripping that Winnebago up. And meanwhile, I see people in the Winnebago, and they're like, oh shit, freaking out, like, oh shit, no, in the blinds. Of course, being scared that there's lunatics outside doing whatever he wants. But, I'm avenging the lost and everything.
You're
Batman.
Being
Batman in my head.
He's being a vigilante in his head. Because
Renegade.
Sometimes when you go manic bipolar mode, things become a figment of your imagination. So in my boy Connor Ishimatsu Waki Hard Walk Parmrock Kawasaki-kan, okay, a.k.a. Bum Batman, in his head, in his voice, the voice in his head, his subconscious was telling him, save the girl, save the girl, save the girl. And behind this door was the girl. Whether it was true or not, we'll never know. But in his head,
that was do or die moment.
It was do or die moment. It's like Batman in the Dark Knight, right? Yeah. When Batman comes
Where's the girl?
Where's the girl? Do the voice.
Where's the girl?
Where's the girl? So tell me about the run-in with the cops.
So the cops come up, and I'm waving a machete, and I instantly go, boom! Batman mode turns off, and I'm like, oh shit, this is so bad. So I threw the machete on the ground. I go, look, I need help. Someone's in there. And they just go, all right, crazy pants, get the fuck over here. I went to mental hospital for that night.
Did they take you to jail?
No, they didn't. They just said, we're actually not going to arrest you for this. We're just going to take you somewhere else. And I had to go to a local mental hospital for a night.
What was your reaction when the cops told you they weren't going to take you to jail for running around with a machete?
Sweet.
Sweet. Is that what you said to him?
In my head, I was like, yes.
The cop said, we're not taking you to jail. You're like, sweet, officers.
Like, yes.
I got taken to jail.
Yeah, for what? That's unfortunate.
For violating a domestic violence order protection, because my mom managed to get a domestic violence order protection against me, except I never hit her. And I was walking on the street, and the cops just arrested me mid-mania, because in California, cops have psychological training, right?
Yeah.
Or they may not have direct psychological training, but because they deal with a lot more crazy people,
they handle it a little better.
But in Las Vegas,
they have no.
They don't deal with crazy people in the white neighborhoods, which is where I live. I live in Summerlin, which is predominantly. Excuse me, I didn't mean white neighborhoods. I meant a predominantly upper middle class neighborhood. Excuse me.
Ergo white neighborhood.
Ergo white neighborhood. Or there are other colors of rich people there, but predominantly it is an upper middle class neighborhood. Caucasians, excuse me. Or upper middle class people. And they thought that I just violated this protection order, but in reality,
you were just hanging out.
I was just hanging out, going insane.
Yeah.
And they took me to city jail for fucking 22 hours. How nuts is that?
22 hours.
And his ass, one stayed over, is fucking throwing Molotov cocktails and banging on doors with a machete, but he gets to go to the psychiatric ward. What the fuck is wrong with you, Officer Desquain? I'll never forget your name, bro. I'm suing you, dude. I'm suing the shit out of you.
Well, I'm Batman. They let me go.
But he's Bum Batman, so they let me go. Batman. But El está una gringo, pero está una Jew, goes to jail because I identified myself. The cop said, what the fuck is your name? Is your name Mitch? I said, what's it to you? He goes, what the fuck is your name? I go, what's it to you? And he comes over to me and he grabs me like this and he goes, don't get rough with me. What the fuck is your name? And I said, my name is Menachem Leib Roberts and I am a Jew. Big mistake. Booyah. I identified myself even though it was coerced because I was going literally insane.
But that's the thing. You don't really know it's insane, right? It's like when you have an episode or a so-called episode in your head.
So-called episode.
Certified episode. When you're just going on your off your gut and emotional mind, as we were talking about earlier, emotional mind. there's no sense of time, right? As our therapist had told us, there's no sense of time when you're emotional mind. So everything seems like it's instant for us, especially high energy.
I felt my feelings, right?
Yeah.
Like we talk about our high energy. I felt this cop's energy in around him, and he was vibrating, and I was seeing Hitler, bro.
Or
he was just going like this. His brain was just going like this. Around him, all I saw was this. Hitler. So I identified myself as a Jew because in my mind, I felt like I was Joseph from the fucking Bible when he got arrested by the Egyptians and thrown in the pit. I'm like, okay.
Here we go.
Here we go again. Another Bible fucking story.
Classic.
So my jail story, right? I get arrested, and they take me to jail. The cop takes 2 hours to fill out paperwork, and he wrote down my hair is red. What color is my hair, Connor?
It's brown.
Brown, black. He wrote down my hair is red. That's so fucking illegal. You can't just stop a Jew on the street. And then it takes him 2 hours to do that, and I say, hey, I'm Jewish. I need a Bible and a kosher meal. And the sergeant comes on. He's like, we don't have that here. We're understaffed. And you know what I said?
I don't fucking care.
I don't give a fuck. I know my rights. Give me a Bible and a kosher meal. I'm suing you. Let me tell you guys. Never tell a police officer you're going to sue him.
They'll probably take you up on that.
They keep you in jail for longer.
Of course. Or they'll spit in your food. They'll beat you with the baton.
So I was in jail. I had been 27 hours, no sleep, no food. And then the walls started moving.
Yeah.
The walls started moving. The floor started moving. I said, fuck this. I'm Joseph in the Bible. I got to go to bed. I got to have a dream.
Yeah.
And I literally had the dream about Joseph in the Bible. I literally saw 7 fucking cows, 7 fat cows, and 7 skinny cows. And I saw the skinny cows eat the fat cows. Like Pharaoh's dream. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And I wake up and I'm like, okay, so yelling at the police officers didn't get me anywhere. No. Let's try to be nice. And then I start knocking on the door politely. I'm like, hello, do any of you guys know what's going on? And a very nice Latino officer says, what's your name? I say, Menachem Roberts. He's like, has anyone told you what's going on? I'm like, nope. It's I turn around, I look outside the little window of my holding cell and say, it's probably around 2 o'clock. And he's like, whoa, right on the dot. How'd you know that? I said, I'm Jewish. I tell time by the sun, not by the clocks.
Old school.
And then he goes, okay, I'll find out what's going on. And then he tells me, you're in violation of a DPO, but the charges are getting dropped, so you'll get out of jail by 8 o'clock. And I say,
don't have evidence.
Because they had nothing on me, because I literally just got arrested I just got fucking picked up on the street like a fucking Jew in Nazi Germany. So, and then I'm like, okay, well now I'm well rested. I'm bored. I'm gonna start dancing. They gave me 1 ham sandwich at fucking 8 o'clock in the morning. And I said, I can't eat this. I'm Jewish. But I never got one other meal. I had the whole day, I had 2 oranges and 2 apple juices. So and then I start dancing in my cell. And I start banging my knees on the cell. And then this officer, his name is Officer Desquain. He works for the city of Las Vegas, the corrections department. I'll never forget you, you fucking Nazi. He says, Roberts, what the fuck are you doing? And I say, and then I felt like I was Avatar Aang. Remember when in the first episode when they're in the Fire Nation and he's in the school and he teaches them how to dance because I was just dancing, banging on my cell door. He says, Roberts, what the fuck are you doing? And I say, it's called freedom of expression. Maybe you should fucking learn it. And then this guy goes to me. He says this. He goes, if you keep doing that, I'm gonna put you in chains and your asshole's gonna chafe. I said, Officer Desquain, what the fuck is wrong with you? That when you put someone in chains, you think about their asshole chafing. What the fuck is wrong with you? And then he's like, that's it, Roberts, I'm putting you in chains. And I said, what are you doing, putting me in chains for freedom of expressions? I'm going to add that to my lawsuit. And he goes, turn around. And I turn around and he puts me in the chains, you know. He puts me in the chains bullshit. Handcuffs, he wraps it around me. And then he calls me a jack-off. He says, are you happy now, jack-off? I said, dude, what the hell are you doing calling me names when I'm in chains?
I mean, I call you jack-off too when you're doing that.
Okay, that's a fair point. That's a fair point. So and then he ties me to a bench and he goes, Roberts, where are you from? And I set up the hate crime. I say Nazi Germany.
But you're from there?
No, but I have like lineage because I'm a Jew. You get it?
Yeah.
It
makes sense.
Technically, somewhere deep down inside,
you were there at one point.
Yeah, my soul, because I can kind of channel my old souls like the Avatar. So when I close my eyes really deep down, I imagine myself in Auschwitz, and my soul got killed in Auschwitz. Then it got reincarnated into this wonderful guy. Glory, glory, Tottenham Hotspur. Nice one, Sonny. Nice one, son. Nice one, Sonny. Let's have another one. I'm a Tottenham fan because they're run by the Jews. Back to the story. So, and then I get chained to the bench, and this motherfucker, after I tell him that I'm from Nazi Germany, you know what he says to me?
I don't care.
He mutters under his breath. He goes, "You should go back there."
No, he didn't.
Swear on my life.
Well, maybe he was calling. Maybe because he thought you were identifying as a Nazi. Do you ever think about that?
No. I identified myself as a Jew. My name is Menachem.
But then why would you say you're a Nazi? German?
No, I said I'm from Nazi Germany.
Oh.
I'm setting up the hate crime.
And then so he said,
"You should go back there." And I go, "What the fuck did you say?" And he's like,
tape?
"Yeah, all on tape in the jail cams. I'm getting the jail cams. I'm suing the fuck
I
out
don't
of
think
the
they have
city of
audio.
Las Vegas." No, they do have audio. They have to have
It's
audio.
not that great. They'll fake it. You know that.
So bottom line, there was a Holocaust denier who was an officer, and then I start crying. I say, what the fuck is wrong with this country that in 2020, a police officer, a corrections officer can tell a Jew that the Holocaust isn't real? And he's like, have you been there? Have you seen it? I said, well, I've been to Israel and I've seen the Holocaust Museum, and my great-grandpa on my mom's side, my step-great-grandpa is a Holocaust survivor. So go fuck yourself, Officer Desquain. And then the mania starts to take over, and I start to sing a song that the Jews used to sing on their way to the concentration camp. It goes, Ani Mamin. And then the guy starts laughing. And I say, you're laughing because it's your innate body reaction to the truth. And just like Joseph in the Bible and Moses in the Bible, they say, God hardened Pharaoh's heart. And God was working through Officer Desquain, and he hardened his heart. Because he wanted to be a bad police officer, he was just laughing at me. Singing the song, he was admitting to the truth. Because when you laugh at something,
It's in your faith.
when you laugh at something, don't you agree it's funny because it's the truth?
Or it's because you don't care about it or believe in it.
Exactly, right?
Just
So this,
demeaning in many ways.
many ways. So this officer is just shitting on my religion, which is illegal. I shouldn't have been there. I should have been in a psychiatric ward. I was in city jail. I asked for a Bible. They didn't give it to me. I asked for a kosher meal. They didn't give it to me. They put me in chains because I was fucking dancing. And then I start singing Holocaust fucking songs, and the dude's laughing in my face. And then he says to me this. He goes, I'll beat your ass. Never mind. I'm going to send my son to beat your ass. I said, you're going to send your son because you're so fucking fat.
That's a threat.
I said, you're going to send your son because you're so fucking fat, and all you do is eat donuts all day long on taxpayer dollars.
I mean, they eat burgers.
They
They eat other stuff too, man.
I had
nothing healthy.
I had a very traumatizing experience in city jail.
I had a wonderful time.
I had a wonderful time. What was your experience like in city jail?
I didn't. I went to jail for other things. It was never. It wasn't my mental disorders related. That would have been awesome.
For the record, by the way, I never hit my mom, and I would never hit Mrs. Roberts. Ever.
Way to say that way later. Oh my God.
There's a thing in Judaism called Kibud of Aim. Respect your mother and your father. I respect my mother wholeheartedly. She brought me into this world. I was in her womb at one point, a little baby, fucking swimming around. I don't
know if you're swimming. You're just kind of.
No. I was going to come out feet first. And then I tried to
totally. It's kind of like how you sleep, though.
Yeah.
You kind of like fiddle around, move around, switch sides.
How do you know how I sleep?
Because you were sleeping and I was narrating.
I took 4 naps on the couch on Sunday, and this man sat there and narrated it. So
it was like David Attenborough. You know what I mean? For like National Geographic. Oh, here we go. He's gonna switch sides now. This is the mating ritual for the mom.
This is the mating ritual. So funny story about my birth. I was gonna come out feet first.
That's very good.
And then I started swimming in my mother's stomach because I knew I wasn't supposed to come out that way. And then the umbilical cord got stuck around my neck, so they had to turn me around. Oh, light went off.
I don't know.
No. Technical difficulties.
I don't do good with the light.
Okay, light back on.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, but you know what? I made it out alive. I'm here today.
Explains a lot.
Say that a little louder.
Explains a lot.
Yeah, maybe that's why I'm so fucking clinically insane.
I was gonna say a little.
Will you kiss the crest? Will you just kiss the crest? Thank you. Gotta always kiss the crest. Gotta remember where you came from. Whoa. So I want to talk about something that's very interesting. We're gonna do another episode about how we're both nomads, because we are nomads. He was a homeless bum Batman nomad, and I'm a Jew, so I'm a nomad. It's in the name Jew. We're actually air nomads, but I want to talk about something that I don't think people can understand. What the fuck do you see, bum Batman, when you're off your meds? When people talk to you, explain this to me. why did you get so convinced by this woman? Were you able to feel her energy? Were you able to feel her chakras? Were you able to see it?
It was not. I wouldn't say energy. I could tell by her when I was asking her what was going on. She had almost like couldn't tell me because she was PTSD almost like started breaking down and having like a mental episode that we obviously would know is a real thing. And it was very, I wouldn't say convincing because I do believe she was under some distress. And I'm not going to downplay that because that happens to women all the time in this country. They get taken advantage of, and that's kind of creepy. But, I could have gotten played, but, who goes to such lengths to trick some random guy you're just smoking meth with, right?
Yeah.
You can just smoke his meth and leave him alone, right? Like, all right, later, bitch.
Nothing wrong with a little meth.
Nothing wrong with a little meth here and there.
So when you would smoke the meth, and see other people, would their faces be fucking vibrating all around them?
No, it would just be very heightened aware of my body senses. It would be more of I could feel the wind a lot more easily. I could feel the wind through my sweatshirt.
You could feel it through your sweatshirt?
Yeah. Like heightened the body.
So like you were Storm from fucking X-Men?
More like I was like a ninja.
Like a ninja?
Like a ninja.
So like Bum Batman.
Like Batman, yeah. Just like I said, like a very less legit bear. You know what I mean? That's all I got. You know what I mean? I'm very handy, very crafty.
It's all I got.
I'm a forger, not a hunter.
When I'm off my meds, people's faces around them start vibrating like my spider senses.
That sounds like episodes, though.
It sounds like episodes, right?
Quote unquote. I mean,
so when people give me compliments, their faces go like this, and when people lie to my face,
it's like a certain light takes on their shadow.
Yes,
an aura.
That's the best way to explain it. It's an aura, right? I can feel the aura, but when I'm on my meds, you know what happens? I look them in the face and I go, "You are lying."
You can see it in their soul windows.
I can see it. I can see it in their. I can see it in their vinegar stroke.
That's a vinegar stroke?
Yeah.
That was a sour phase.
The same thing. Okay. Vinegar stroke, sour.
It's kind of gross, but
I mean, we've all done it. It's the face you make when you're about to come. It's like, shout out Taco from the league for teaching me what a vinegar stroke is. It's like someone put a teaspoon of vinegar up and you're like,
That was like a smile. I don't know.
So you wanted to tell me a story about some guy who used to shit in a bucket?
That was my buddy. It was kind of weird. That came out right. Wrong. I was just talking about my buddy, and Menachem was very interested in my my life on the streets and what I had seen, and it was very actually. I thought he'd be a little more sympathetic. He actually laughed a lot, but
am I a sympathetic guy?
You were a very compassionate guy.
Compassionate,
compassionate, big heart,
big Menachem laid.
A little aggressive. A little aggressive.
Sometimes I am a little aggressive with the point of my finger.
You get a little spirited away, but
spirited away when people lie to me.
Well, not even. Let's not talk about that. But we don't need to bring Bub up right now.
Yeah, we don't need to bring up the Bub.
But
AKA the Pab.
We just need. I mean, it's just very. My buddy was a very unfortunate guy. He was on the streets for many years, and my buddy here loved the story about how I would just always leave and go get food for him, and he'd come back and we'd smoke meth, and like he had this little bucket in the side of his tent that no one ever really noticed that he would always just shit in, and then one day it broke, and that was just the end of that for me.
You never went back?
That was pretty code brown.
Did you see his?
I was like, oh, I gotta get out of here. That
was very code brown.
I was just like, oh, dude, this is a friendship ender. I'm sorry, buddy.
Did you just see his shit everywhere?
No, it just smelled. I was like, oh, man. And he goes, yeah, you need to get away from my tent. I was like, yeah, I'm going to leave. And I just left. And, I never really saw him again.
Bro, when I was in the mental hospital, guys, I took such big poops because I was so stressed out all the time. And the toilets wouldn't flush that I had to take my hands and fucking stick it in my shit and take out the toilet paper because they would never flush.
No, I think that's just you having an episode.
No, I wasn't having an episode.
Or maybe you just like the poo-poo stuff.
The toilets got clogged every time I took a poop.
You sure it was an episode and you just like playing with your poop?
No, I wouldn't do that. I'm not that insane. I'm just clinically insane.
We're all a little insane. Some are better at faking it. You know what I mean?
I'm just the good kind of crazy. Bruh. I had to stick my hands in the toilet, take out the toilet paper, shove it. Because they wouldn't give us plungers, because apparently you can hurt yourself with plungers, I guess.
I mean, you could in jail, they break them off people's buttholes.
Excuse me?
In jail, they break broomsticks off people's buttholes if you don't be a good guy. A good bitch. I don't know. They'll stick it in and snap it off. Yeah.
Jesus, jail is not a place that you want to be. The goal
It's like Disneyland, dude.
the goal in life is to avoid jail
In the mop closet.
and the mental institution. And if you avoid jail, the mental institution, and the hospital, you'll be okay in life.
You'll be A1, as they
You'll
say.
be A1, real one since day one. MCM at the backpack.
That's a little. I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
Why MC1 with the backpack? Why do you need a backpack?
Oh, it's Alonzo Ball line.
Ooh,
Real
okay.
one since day one. MCM at the backpack.
Okay, that's cool.
I like putting MCM on my backpack.
I like Lonzo Balls.
You like Lonzo?
Yeah, he's
I'm a big Lonzo. I like
I'm not
his
his
I like
dad. I hate his dad, but he's
Bro,
cool.
his dad's hilarious.
His dad's
One-on-one
fucking
undefeated, never lost. I've never lost on this basketball court. I'm one-on-one undefeated, never lost.
Never lost in the South.
Never lost in the South. Am I good at basketball?
I don't like guarding.
He doesn't like guarding me because I was going bipolar mode, and now all of a sudden I'm the go to basketball. I can't explain it. I'm like 5'9" and short, but I can
You
get to
spend
the hoop.
every day on the court shooting, kind of works. You know what I mean?
I don't know what to tell you because people, my whole life I thought about basketball wrong. I thought you had to go fast,
Yeah, you go slow
and then you go fast.
and go committed in each step and breath, right?
Each step, right? Because when I put my foot on the ground, I feel like the motherfucking Avatar.
That's kind of blasphemous.
Call myself the Avatar.
No, the same. I don't know. The Avatar's pretty. He's like the Dalai Lama, dude. He's like the chosen one. You know.
I'm the Dalai Lama in my own brain.
I mean, like, I guess that's right. But you are the god of your brain. You know what I mean?
I'm the king of my own mind, as my friend Paul the Gentile says. Shout out Paul the Gentile.
Who's Paul the Gentile? Oh,
Yeah, shout out Paul the Gentile. Give him a shout out.
shout out Paul the Gentile.
Paul the Gentile is one of my good friends, and he gave me a great piece of advice. You are the king of your own mind.
You're the master of your own universe.
You're the master of your own universe. They're all multiple realities. I've literally gone crazy twice. Do you know what it's like to go manic?
You mean you've been in life?
Every hair sticks up on your body. You can see everything. You can feel everything. You feel like the king of the world. And now that I'm on my meds, I still feel like the king of the world. Except I know when to go to bed.
Yeah, I like sleeping. That's why I don't like meth anymore. I'm glad I'm sober.
I've never done meth, but I one time took 4.
Imagine snorting like 5 Adderalls.
5. I took 5 20 milligrams Adderall in a span of 4 hours.
Yeah, that's pretty nuts.
I went insane. Did I go to the hospital?
Yeah.
No, I just got 4 A's.
Oh, nice.
I got 4 A's.
That's nice.
But I don't abuse my drugs anymore. I'm sober as a gopher. Sober. I just went through some mental health disorders. You know, I'm a drug addict. I attend NA meetings.
We have to go to our therapist and relook at why our emotions led us to that. So it's kind of big. It's good, though.
It's good, right? It's good.
I recommend it. I mean, I used to be the kid that was like, oh, no, you're going to get sober. And just be like, what the fuck, dude? You're a bitch.
Yeah.
Sober bitch.
Sober bitch.
Sober bitch.
I am a sober bitch.
Don't preach your shit on me, but I'm one of those guys.
Not
I'm part of the
anymore.
cult. You know what I mean?
I'm part of the sober cult.
Part of that cult.
I attend NA meetings. I have a sponsor. It's awesome. I recommend if you have issues. I got issues that nobody can see, and all of my emotions are pouring out of me.
It's better when he says
It is a little better when he says I'm a little tone deaf. But I can't sing Rocky Top will always be home sweet home to me. Good old Rocky Top, huh? Rocky Top, Tennessee.
Making fun of Farm Boy there.
I'm not making fun of Farm Boy.
It's kind of
But what was I saying? I don't remember. Oh, bottom line is, we love life because we figured out how to enjoy life sober.
Well, we also went through the darkest parts of what our minds would unlock for us so far.
Yeah.
So it's kind of just like you go through the worst and you kind of just realize, okay, let's not do that again. You know?
Oh, fucking fuck. Our light keeps going out.
Don't hurt yourself.
Right? When you've been at the bottom of the rut, when you've been in a mental hospital for 2 weeks and you got to look up at your hands and be like, what the fuck did my hands do? Why am I here? Why am I not out in the free world?
You do some soul searching.
You do some soul searching,
For
right?
me, it was when I was homeless and at the beach meditating for 6 hours a night. It was kind of fucking.
Weren't you a chef?
I was a chef.
So at one point you were making a crap ton of money cooking.
I was doing a lot of stuff, yeah. But also it led to my abuse a little bit.
Uh-huh.
Led to some serious cocaine problems. And that led to meth. My happy ex-wife, you know what I mean? It's like a shitty ex-wife that you love and doesn't love you back.
Yeah.
And like you just like, fuck, I gotta get over you.
I have multiple.
You're just like, I just gotta get over you.
I have multiple ex-wives.
You just gotta be like, yeah, I gotta move on.
I have multiple ex-wives. None of them I ever proposed to.
Thank God.
Yeah, but I do have multiple ex-wives. So bottom line is, this is my boy Bum Batman. He's the man, the myth, the legend. Next episode, we'll be doing an Avatar: The Last Airbender episode. We love you guys. Tell them to follow you on your social media real quick.
I don't have social media. I'm bummed.
You get that? He's bummed. Follow me on Heart to Heart Podcast. We love you guys. Shout out the boards. Goodbye.
Bye-bye. That was really annoying.